Hello.
Hello, and welcome to the Stormcast.
Olsen free special.
Finally, we get rid of that Olsen guy.
Yeah, now you can get your revenge because he's always so mean when you're not here. So you can get him back this time.
Is he mean to me? I wouldn't know because I never listen.
He just goes like, "Diddi isn't here."
Olsen isn't here. Maybe because he was planning on doing it today, but we couldn't do it until this time. But no, he's not here. He bailed on us.
Yeah, and sometimes he says things in the episodes to see if you are listening.
Oh, I'm never listening. I'm so far behind.
He's always like saying, I don't remember what he says. I'm sorry. But he says some things and then he's like, now we will know if Diddi is listening or not.
I can tell you when I listen to podcasts. On the way to work.
Yeah.
On the way home from work. I'm working from home, so I don't get a lot of podcast time.
So when you walk from the kitchen to the office.
Yeah, it's not even enough time to actually put on the podcast. So
you can listen to the opening song and then it's done.
Oh yeah. I don't know how the opening song is now.
It's very different.
The big question is, who's gonna edit this?
Ooh.
If Olsen isn't in the show.
That's a good question.
Olsen is the one that edits things. We don't even have the opening.
I don't know how to edit these things.
No.
I mean, I could get Baldur to do it, but I don't know when he has time. It's his birthday tomorrow.
You know what I think Olsen does?
What?
He takes the opening, puts it in the front, syncs up the audio, and then places it, and then does a bit of like noise reduction to the tracks.
I know he does that.
Maybe some compression, probably not. It's probably just noise reduction, syncing it up, placing it right after the intro, and then cutting it off at some point when we say bye, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't listened to the show for a while now.
Sounds likely, but I know he does do some like bougie things.
Would you?
Like noise reduction and stuff. Because he complains if I have some noises in my sound.
Of course. So now that we don't have Olsen, we're going to talk about all the things that he doesn't want to talk about.
Yes.
Or maybe Marta. We should talk about things that he really, really wants to talk about, but we don't want to talk about.
What would that be?
I don't know. I have no idea. We're always so nice to him and talk to him about everything.
Yeah. He has something huge planned for when we're all together. It keeps getting pushed because we're never all together.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one day, eventually. I do have a lot on my plate, so I've been busy.
You do. I do not have a lot on my plate, but that's okay. I sometimes have pain on my plate.
Yes.
That's the only thing that stops me from
that's about it.
Doing anything.
So I'm thinking we should talk about, first of all, anime, which of course Olsen doesn't want to talk about. He doesn't hate anime.
No.
But he only watches ecchi anime. So anime with
If you watch anime, you know what ecchi anime is.
Exactly.
But he loves Food Wars.
Oh, I've watched all of it, all the Food Wars.
I know.
By the way.
I know you love that one.
It's pretty good.
I haven't watched any of it, to be honest.
I have to say the first 2 seasons of Food Wars, like maybe the first 3 seasons, are very good. Very nice. And then 4th and 5th season are a bit lackluster because it's only like all they're doing is food battles.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between. There's just they're fighting in like a food battle, whatever. I don't know what it's called in English. Food wars, I guess.
Yeah.
And episode is over. Okay, now we start the next one. So there's nothing in between. No, like it lacks kind of the build up and kind of the development of the characters.
Yeah.
Because all of it happens in the battle.
Yeah.
Like you have a bit of a flashback, and then they don't really tell you what they're cooking. It's just they're cooking, and they're done cooking, and then they
have lettuce thrown at them, and they moan.
They give the judges to taste, and the judges are like, "Oh my god, I can feel the like the sauce. How did you make this?" And he's like, yeah, I made this with this special soy sauce that I blended. I've been learning from my friends, like the and they're like, "Oh no." And when you think it's all over, you get a surprise.
Oh,
everything
gosh.
starts popping in your mouth when your saliva starts dissolving the outer layer of the of this thing. You get popping in your mouth. Oh my god! And it's like, then yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Twist after twist after
I think
twist.
I would just be hungry if I watched Food Wars.
Oh, you should totally watch it. The only thing about it is it's a bit etchy.
Yeah.
And the first episode is probably the most etchy episode of them all.
Mm. Yeah.
So I almost stopped watching after the first episode. Well, I did stop watching, and then we went back to it, and I was like, "Oh, we'll give it another chance." And it was much better, like after the first episode.
I don't know if I can get Baldur to watch it with me. He hasn't watched a lot of anime, so I have to ease him into anime watching. I don't know if a
Maybe
edgy
not
food one
best
would be the best to
maybe
like.
Yeah, ease him in with like an anime that you watched when you were younger. Chobits. That's also a very
totally not edgy at all.
no. Very, very like as a child, you don't really understand it, even though it is very explicit.
When I was a kid, like I understood that some bits of it were like naughty.
Yes.
But I didn't understand just how
it is very
naughty it was.
It is quite naughty.
Yeah, like my favorite episode is when a guy tricks her into becoming a girl in a peep show. That was my favorite episode when I was a kid. I don't know why it was my favorite. I think it was because I thought it was so funny when she was crawling around the town following some dog or something.
Oh yeah, that anime is something else.
Yeah, it's very dirty, and like I knew, like when he was like the button to turn her on and off, that was like in her crotch area.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was like naughty that he was touching her in the crotch area because he would get so awkward when it happened.
Yeah,
but I didn't understand what the button was referring to. Like when I was a kid, I thought it was just like a huge button, like on a Barbie doll kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I fully visioned like a big red
button. That's what I imagined, but I saw it again when I was a bit older, and I was like, yeah, no, they wouldn't have to look this much for a big red button.
Yeah, it's rough. Maybe not the best anime to start with.
No.
What would you think is a good anime to start with?
Well, I like to make people watch Noragami.
Yeah.
I would say that's
your go-to.
like my favorite anime. It's very good. It has a really good story, and it's pretty like, it's not too tropey, you know, because anime has a lot of tropes, and that one doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't have like a lot of the cliches that people that don't watch anime kind of dislike about animes. And it's just a good story, and it's not like very sexual or anything. It's barely sexual. Like there's one character that wears a bikini all the time, but even still, she's like a badass.
Yeah, and it's not the best anime, but it's not a bad anime, and it doesn't have a lot of the, as you said, a lot of the tropes.
Yeah, like I say, like I would consider Noragami as like my favorite anime. I've watched it more than once, and it's just very nice. Makes you feel good.
There are not a lot of animes that I've watched more than once, but I'm watching.
Yeah, me neither. But
with my wife.
Yeah. Noragami I rewatched. I rewatched Choppits many times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't remember any other that I've really rewatched.
Of course, Great Teacher Onizuka.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna watch that again soon. That's
for some
great
reason
anime.
that anime, it's not every episode is great, but the anime like as a whole is great.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's not greatly made as well, but it's just so good.
It's a bit old.
Yeah.
It's a bit old, but it's still like it is a classic.
It's just so funny. My favorite scene, of course, will forever be and I think it's like everyone's favorite scene when he breaks his arm and he's like, "No, it's fine," and does a bunch of push-ups, and then he's like, "Look, it's fine," and his arm is like huge and swollen.
Like
so
5
funny.
times normal size and like blue.
Yeah, and he's like, That's the best scene.
It's great.
But I've been watching a new anime.
Yeah.
I told you a little bit about it, but I'll tell you again.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix called Toradora.
Yeah.
And that one is really cute. I would say like that's also a pretty good beginner's anime.
Yeah, I think
because it's just pretty chill, pretty nice.
I think a few of the Netflix animes are quite, beginner friendly.
Yeah, some of them are, but there's actually like it surprised me that some of them are pretty good because I didn't have a lot of hope for Netflix anime, to be honest.
No, me neither. They do have a lot of big names. They do have like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
They have Code Geass.
But I think Toradora is like a Netflix original, so
yeah.
I definitely don't have a lot of hope for Netflix originals, but they really surprised me. I'll check to be sure that I'm not lying. I might be lying, but I think it was a Netflix original, which I tried to stay away from a little bit. I can't see if it's a Netflix original. Oh well, but it is very cute and sweet.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I've watched quite a lot of anime, but I do have like some genres that I like better.
Yeah.
Or that I like quite a lot. I've watched quite a lot of shonen, which is the one that's kind of male, I guess teenage male centric.
Yeah.
Like targeted towards those. You have like
this one is a
shonen. Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto. Like although I haven't watched all of Naruto, I haven't watched all of Bleach, I haven't watched all of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, but I've watched a whole bunch of different ones. Yeah,
I googled Toradora.
Yeah.
And I guess it's not a Netflix original, so really? I was lying. But I thought it was, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out from here if it is or not, but I don't think it is. But according to this, the manga that it's from is shonen manga.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And there was a light novel that was a Toradora spin-off. Mm-hmm. And that demographic is male, which surprises me because I would have thought that this was kind of the demographic was girls. but I guess not. To me, it was more of like a anime geared towards girls. But it doesn't say like what the demographic for the anime show is. But yeah, and apparently they've made a game.
Really?
Yeah, but back in 2009. So
yeah,
on PlayStation Portable.
Nice. I had a PSP, PlayStation Portable. I had like, I guess like 2 games or something.
Yeah.
It was alright.
Nice.
It wasn't the greatest.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, but shonen is marketed towards young teen males between the ages of 12 and 18.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
this
it has a bunch of tropes.
Yeah.
Like that pretty much all of them fall into.
This one, yeah, like I say, this one said that it was like the demographic was shonen, but I don't know. To me, it doesn't really feel that way. It feels more. It's just like a high school drama.
Yeah.
Cute, lighthearted thing.
Yeah, high school dramas are usually pretty good.
Yeah, they're fun. I'm usually when I watch anime, I tend to lean towards like the lighthearted, comedic ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just like them. So I'm not into a lot of like the very action-filled and dramatic ones.
No, there's a whole bunch of genres that you know, like there are animes for pretty much everyone. Yeah. There are lots of like sport animes, for example.
Yeah, so many. I remember everyone loved that Yuri on Ice.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
I never watched that either. I just always thought it was like so funny how popular. Yeah, skating, like figure skating.
Figure skating, yeah.
It was. I always thought it was pretty funny that it was so popular.
Yeah.
I do like some like animes with action in it, but I like them when they're more chill action, you know, not like fighting all the time and whatever. Like Akatsuki no Yona, I think it was called. At least Yona, yeah. That one had some action in it, but it was pretty chill and nice. And also Noragami has action in it, but it's more chill.
Yeah, there's a bit of action in it, but it's not the main thing. What was I gonna say? I was gonna talk about the fighting anime. No, not the fighting. Sport anime. Yeah. I haven't watched a lot of sport anime, but I know it's quite popular. There's like volleyball anime. There's basketball anime that are quite popular.
I think there's also a swimming one.
Yeah, probably. And the only one I've watched is a boxing anime called Hajime no Ippo.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about it.
That one is like one of my absolute favorite animes of all time. It is so good. It has so many good characters and like it's not all about the boxing. Yeah. It's a lot about the preparation.
Yeah.
The preparation for the matches.
I don't think I watched any like sports one.
I can totally recommend Hajime no Ippo. It is like, yeah, as I say, most of it is about the preparation before the fights and not actually about the fights. Yeah. It's like, oh, there's a fight upcoming, and you know, like, and the challenger or something is doing something that you like is countering you quite well. So you're like, oh shit, how do I prepare for that? How do I overcome this like challenge? And there's like a flow of ideas, like how should I go about this duel? Like there's a challenge that needs to be overcome, and that's the part of the anime that you're really watching.
Yeah, of course.
And then there's some fighting in between.
Yeah.
Which is also very, can be very, very good, but it's not the whole point of the anime.
Yeah. There's also one kind of anime that was very popular around the same time that all the sports ones like Yuri on Ice and stuff were popular. That's the School Club animes.
School Club animes have been there for a long time.
Yeah. Though. Yeah, they've of course been there, but they were very, very popular a few years ago. Everyone was watching them.
Yeah.
I think I've only watched one. Which is the Oran Host Club, of course.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
It's good. I really liked it.
The one I've watched is Genshiken.
Genshiken.
It's called. There are 2 seasons.
What's that one about?
It's about the official title is Genshiken, the Society of the Study of Modern Visual Culture. It's about a bunch of people that like manga.
Yeah.
And have a club.
Oh.
And they talk about the manga and anime and stuff.
Yeah, I think I might have read about it one time.
I think we actually had the manga.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's pretty good, and they had a spin-off, which was the so in the anime in Genshiken.
Yeah.
They're always watching this one particular anime.
Yeah.
Which didn't exist before, but they made that anime afterwards. So there's
that's very funny.
3 episodes of that anime available.
Yeah.
That they made for some reason.
I kind of love that
to complement the anime.
That's fun. I like that. I like that they did it. I watched one other anime that had the people in the anime are all in a club. All the people that it's about, they're in a club together. Yeah. But the anime isn't about the club. No. You know? It's Kotora-san. And that's I didn't have high expectations for that anime. I just knew it was kind of cute. And I watched it and I actually really, really loved it. It was a very good anime. It's about this girl who can read minds.
Ooh.
And she joins this club. I don't remember what the club was specifically about, but it was kind of about supernatural things. Like reading minds. So they're all just focused on her kind of, and she's very much like a typical shy anime girl,
yeah.
But it's very cute, and I really loved the art style in it. It was very funny. There's one guy, he's very small, and he always has the mouth that looks like a 3. And he has huge glasses, and one time he had his glasses off and the eyes were also 3s like the mouth. And it was so funny. That was probably one of my favorite visuals from an anime. It was very funny.
Nice.
Tiny eyes in 3s. But that one, it does have some edgy scenes, but not super edgy. It's very light edge things, because there's one guy in the club that has a crush on her, and he's always thinking dirty thoughts of her, and she's like, stop because she sees it. So
but the ecchi things are kind of a part of anime culture, to some extent.
Yeah, but you can find animes that have none of it, but
of course
usually there's some.
There is very often some of it.
Yeah.
But of course not all of them have it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of ingrained in this anime culture for some reason.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you're like, oh yeah, fine, and sometimes you're like, it's a bit too far. Sometimes, but most of the times you don't care.
No, usually it's not super edgy, so it's not like it's not like you have to draw the blinds or anything so the neighbors don't see or something. It's usually not that edgy.
No. But one thing that is very frequent also in anime is the high school theme.
Yeah. I do like the high school theme. Like I'm pretty drawn to high school animes.
This is probably like 90% of anime.
Yeah.
Is set in a high school.
Yeah. And they always have like specific things that happen.
Yeah, like there's a sports festival.
Yeah, there's a sports festival, and then there's like the culture days that they have.
Yeah, culture days, yeah.
And then there's often like the time that the swimming pool opens and because they only have swimming like close to summer, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's always an episode where they go to swimming practice. And then there's an episode during summer break when they go to a beach cabin.
A beach, yeah.
And that's usually a two-parter.
A bit of fan service.
Yes.
That is like the beach or the hot spring.
Yes.
Either beach or hot spring in the winter and beach in the summer. Those are like the a very classic episodes.
Yes.
This is like happens in probably 50% of high school animes.
I will tell you that
are probably 90% of anime.
All these events that we just said, I am like about halfway through Toradora and all these things have happened.
Yeah. But this is another thing that you're kind of, you know, once you've watched a few animes,
yeah,
you kind of recognize these things. And this is also like these are cultural things from Japan. Like this, they have culture days. They have like sports festivals.
Yeah.
Where they have like where the students are competing in like lots of things. This is all like a part of the culture there, and you kind of get to know Japanese culture.
Yeah.
By watching anime.
And I mean, there's a reason these things are recurring in the animes, because those episodes are always very fun.
Yeah. Yeah, with shonen, like any battle anime, there's usually a sports festival or something, or like not maybe like a competition.
Yeah.
Like, and there's pretty much always, if there is a competition, there's gonna be some bad guys that are gonna infiltrate the event and try to kill someone.
Oh boy.
That is like 90% of the time that's gonna happen. So you kind of expect it.
Yeah.
You know that these things are gonna happen.
You're ready for it. Yeah, and that's usually the same things happen, and that's kind of a thing that I like about Toradora, because it has all those things, but they usually have like different things happen in them than in most animes. They have these events, but they don't happen the same way as in most animes.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
Is there any anime that you didn't really like but you still watched it all the way through?
Let me see. I'm gonna check my list.
Your list. Where do you have your list, by the way?
I just have it on Google Docs.
My anime list or something. Google Docs. Okay.
Yeah, I've just written there. What is this one? I don't remember. There's not a lot of animes that I've not super liked. we did watch Black Clover together, and I did like a lot of things in it, but I didn't, like, in the end I didn't love it all as a whole. It was just lacking something.
It is lacking. It is not not a great anime.
Yeah.
I think I watched like 90 episodes or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's okay, but the characters are all very one-dimensional. And, and there's hardly any development, like character development at all.
Yeah.
Which is the main thing that I don't like about the show.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with the main character being a bit annoying, you know.
Yeah. Very loud and screamy.
Yeah, but if
he could be a great gaming YouTuber.
Yeah, if there's no character development, you know, what do you watch?
Yeah, I really liked that show, and I thought it had very cool character design. Like, all the characters were super cool.
Yeah.
But just the development was barely there, and it was super, super slow if there was any, so you wouldn't even notice if it did happen.
Yeah.
And like the relationship development was almost nothing at all. Just like you knew this person liked that person, this person didn't like that person, and whatever. And it just stayed that way forever. There was never any change to it, really.
Pretty much. And there's also, like, in shonen, there's very often a romantic, like, a romance part to it. Someone has a crush on someone else, and they don't like the other, like them.
Yeah.
Very often. Or they don't know about it or something like that.
Yeah. There was one anime, it's called Kusu no Honkai, but it's more known by its English name for some reason, which is Scum's Wish.
Scum's Wish.
Yeah, and I did like that anime, but it made me very uncomfortable sometimes. So it was kind of hard to watch it. Because it was just kind of uncomfortable.
I searched it, and the first thing I saw was recommended if you like psychopath characters.
Yeah, but it was very good. Like, I loved the art style in it. It was very different from any anime I'd ever watched. It was a lot more artsy, and it had a lot of cool, like, imagery. But sometimes, like, in the story, I was just a bit uncomfortable. Like, it was just this high school girl, and she had a crush on, like, her neighbor, I think, who she had grown up with, and he was quite a bit older than her. And she had a huge crush on him, and she would sometimes, like, dream sex dreams of him. But because they kind of grew up together, she called him brother. And it was just so uncomfortable, like, in the sex dreams, like, he was doing stuff to her, and she was, like, screaming out, like, brother and stuff, and I was just like, ugh, I don't like that. It felt very uncomfortable. And
this is what the US really wants, you know. Their top searched or top watched porn videos are all like
step sibling things.
Yeah, stepsister.
But it was a very cool anime, and it was very, like, it surprised me. It was better than I had thought, but it did make me uncomfortable at times. And there's one anime that I do like, but I have just never been able to get through. Like, I never finish it. It's Watamote. You probably know it. Our brother really loves it.
How's it spelled?
Watamote. In English, it has a super long name, which is, no matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular.
I can't find it. I haven't heard of it, actually.
I'll send you a link to it.
Thank you.
Or a link to the Google search.
Yeah, I'm searching on Annie DB.
Ooh.
Vata mote.
Yeah, I guess like the long name is Watashi ga motenai no wa to kankaete mo era ga warui.
Actually, I had found it, but I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah, because it has a super long name and it's shortened to watamote.
Watashi ga motanai no wa do kangaete mo omaera ga warui.
Yeah. Warui
Nice.
means bad, I think.
Yeah, omaera is you guys.
Ooh. I learned Warui as bad, but if I Google it, it says an interjection meaning sorry, my bad. So I guess it's like fault. So
yeah, maybe it's fault.
Yeah.
We're not great at Japanese.
No. I'm pretty bad at it, but I try. But yeah, I've only heard good things about this anime, but for some reason I just can't get past a few episodes. Like I think I'm only 3 episodes in or something. And I keep trying to rewatch it, but like every few years, I guess. But I just, for some reason I just can't get through it.
Yeah. I feel like you watch more anime than me. Maybe it's kind of you have a bit more time on your hands right now.
I think you do watch more. I
watch a fair bit.
I haven't watched a lot in a really, really long time. Except for Toradora. Toradora is the only one I watched this year, I think.
I had a long period in my life where I watched like no anime at all.
Yeah, same here.
For some reason, and then I was like, I really want to watch anime. I'm gonna get back into it.
Yeah.
And then I started watching some more anime.
Yeah. I had like a few years where I didn't watch any anime at all. And then one summer, Olsen's sister got me back into it.
Oh, yeah.
She like, because I had been wanting to start watching anime again at that time. But I just hadn't done it. I had just been thinking about it a lot, and we were working together, and she was like, oh, you have to watch it, and she was like telling me all these animes that were super good, so I was like, okay, I'll watch something, and I watched a bunch of anime that summer. And since then I've just been watching like every now and then, not very regularly.
I have a feeling she has like a totally different watch, like the anime that she watches is like totally different from the anime I watch.
I think the anime she watches would be like a in between of the animes that we watch. Because the ones, like, she was the one that recommended the, what's it called, Yona. I always just call it Yona, but it has a full name. Akatsuki no Yona. She was the one that recommended that to me, and I would say that anime is like the perfect in-between of the animes that we watch. It's like a perfect mixture of those. And she really likes those kind of animes. Like, I think that one is one of her top animes.
Yeah.
So I think she has kind of an in-between style of ours, because she doesn't like because I like the really like cutesy wholesome ones, but she doesn't like them as much as me. She likes more serious ones, I guess, but not depressing serious, but like action and stuff.
I like a lot of the kind of fantasy or like where there's kind of maybe supernatural or like otherworldly or something like that, where there are some elements of something more than just this world.
So you like Choppets?
Oh, I love Japan. No, but like superhero anime as well.
Yeah.
Like My Hero Academia, I've been watching. Like I really like that. I know a lot of people don't like the main character, but it's like, well, yeah, like a lot of good characters in that. A lot of character development.
Yeah.
A lot of like power development and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Internal and internal conflict and like big conflicts on like a big scale.
Yeah.
Of like good and evil, and it's like what is good and what is evil, and
well, you should watch Akatsu no Yona.
Oh,
it is a fantasy one. It's about dragons.
Nice.
And it's very good, actually. I really, really liked it. I would say it's like up there for my favorite ones, but I am definitely, I tend to watch more of like the wholesome high school relatable ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I've seen a few of those. A few good ones. Asumanga Daio, for example.
I don't remember that one. I remember the name. How do you spell it? Azumang.
Azumanga.
Ah, there it is.
It was like a 4-panel comic that was turned into an anime.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have seen some of it many years ago.
School Rumble as well.
Yeah, School Rumble is a classic. And Fruits Basket as well.
Fruits Basket. I actually haven't watched.
I haven't watched the new stuff. I have still to watch the new one. I just really remember from this Asumanga Daio, I just really remember the cat.
Yeah. And I also like some anime that has like some strange animation style or like a strange drawing style.
Yeah. I definitely like when they do like different stuff.
They don't take the typical anime or manga style, but they have like a more a slightly different style.
Yeah.
One anime that I watched just because I was like looking for anime, I was like, oh, what's very highly rated? And this was very highly rated. It's about kids in like a cyber.
Yeah, I remember you.
Futuristic world.
You recommended it to me. It's on top of my to watch list.
What's it called then?
Is it the real life one or is that a different one?
It's called the one I'm thinking about. It's called Dennu Coil.
Yeah. Real life is something else, but for some reason I always think this one that you're talking about is called.
Yeah.
Real life. What did you say the name was?
Denno.
Yeah, Denno Coil.
Denno Coil.
Yeah, it wasn't on the top. Real life is on the top for some reason, but I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is, or if anyone recommended it to me, but it's there.
Yeah, a lot of great animes to watch. So I think we should stop the podcast. But before we stop, I want you to give an anime recommendation for all the listeners. What should they watch?
Ooh, well.
What should they give a shot?
Well, all the ones I've already said. But I want to say some new one that I haven't said. So a different one from the ones I've said is Kaicho wa Maid-sama. Which is...
You're going to have to Google that.
Yes. It's Kaichou wa Maid-sama. It's about a girl, a high school girl. It's a high school one again, and she has to work as a maid at a maid cafe when she's not at school. And it sounds super like what, but it's really funny. And the character is like a very strong female character. She's not just a super shy and awkward girl. She isn't like sad, like oh. She's just a badass. And I do
nice
really
to
like
have
that.
good female characters.
I tend to like the animes with like strong female characters more, because the other one just kind of gets tired because they don't really have personalities. Even though like not all women are like badasses or whatever. Well, they're all badasses, but not in the way that this one is. They're not gonna like beat up all guys or whatever. Like some girls are super shy and have a similar personality to these girls, but the way they are portrayed in animes is often kind of dull.
Yeah, there was a like a very very big trope with anime women is that they always have a big hammer stashed away somewhere so that they can the main character says something dumb and all of a sudden the female character there has gotten a big hammer and like hit them in the head or something like that.
Yeah.
For some reason that's very common.
Yeah. I remember that anime with the angel. I don't remember the name of it, where she like had a wand and she threw it around and then she would like she had a morning star or something. She had like a crazy weapon and she would like bash everyone in. Yeah. I watched it when I was pretty young, and I remember me and my friend used to run around the yard and sing that song and pretend we had like a weapon.
I'm trying to figure out what it's called. It's not called Punni Punni Poemi though. that I know for sure. God damn it. But that was great. I think that also came from some other anime.
Oh.
No, I don't think so. No, I'm mixing up with Punni Punni Poemi.
Oh, I'm trying to find. Puri.
I'm gonna say bring a controversial, maybe not that controversial.
What is
I've been rewatching an anime that I want to recommend to people.
And what is it?
But it can be very, very confusing.
Yeah.
So you have to pay attention.
That can be hard.
It's called Baccano.
Baccano. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Baccano. Very highly rated. If you're a Netflix anime watcher, there's an anime there that's in the same world called Durarara. No, Durara.
I don't think I've ever seen this. There's always women with eye patches in anime.
Yeah, of course.
That's such a common characteristic.
Just so you know, this anime happens in 4 different periods, 4 different periods of time.
Yeah.
And it jumps between them very frequently.
Okay, that does sound confusing.
And it has 5 different groups of characters.
Yeah.
And it's also jumping between them.
Oh my. It does look cool, the people in...
They're all or many of them are intertwined. Like the stories are intertwined, and it's kind of a murder mystery kind of mafia thing.
Yeah.
Where you kind of have... It's all about figuring out what's actually happened.
Oh my god, I found some beginner's guide to Baccano, and it's a whole ass essay.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. So if you want to get a very complex anime.
Yeah.
That is still I for me it's one of my top animes.
Yeah.
But it is very confusing. So if you can't keep up, it's not going to be good.
I'll put it on my list and I'll write behind it confusing. So that I know. And I'll have to move a Deno coil back up.
Deno coil is very, I don't know, it's very chill.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was
it.
very excited to watch it. I don't know why I never did. Because I was really...
Like it's about a bunch of kids, and there's like a bit of a mystery, and they have like, it's like also like a virtual world. It's like everything is in not VR, like AR, augmented reality, where you have like glitches in the world and stuff like that, and not viruses, but like stuff that's coming out of the glitches, and like I had no idea what I was getting into when I started watching it, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember looking it up and thinking it looked very cool. And I had seen like the poster before you talked about it to me a long time ago. But I just never watched it. And I have no idea what this real life is, but maybe that's good too. I did look it up when we were talking about it before, and it doesn't look amazing, to be honest. But we'll see. Maybe it is good. I think it's about like med school or something. I don't know. I'm confused. But there was also a live action one.
Nice. I'm just gonna say a bit about Bakano as well. I'm looking at the cast, and it's like main characters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 main characters.
Oh my god.
Secondary cast, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Damn.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15 characters.
Damn. Like it's not uncommon to have a lot of characters that are in the spotlight, but usually it's around 5 or 6, and there's usually like 2 of those that are like the main characters. So having 7 as the main, damn.
7 as the main character.
Yeah.
And this is only 13 episodes, by the way.
Damn. And then I imagine the secondary cast is like the other that are like with the main but aren't the main.
Pretty much.
Usually there's like 2 main and like 3 secondary.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a lot of people.
All of these characters you will like know by name when you watch this.
Amazing.
And you kind of have to know what you're getting yourself into before watching this.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it for us.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys watch any of those animes, and if you have any recommendations for us.
Yes, we'd love to hear your recommendations. I've mainly been watching popular anime, I would say.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear your recommendations, your kind of animes that you saw and really liked that aren't maybe the most mainstream anime.
I have, of course, also been watching a lot of Studio Ghibli, but that's just... even people that don't watch anime have often seen like all the Studio Ghibli ones. Yeah,
we haven't even touched on Studio Ghibli, which is it's like a pillar of anime.
Yeah, and I'm gonna watch soon. There's a Netflix original movie, which again I never have high hopes for the Netflix original ones, but I kind of have hopes for this one. It's called A Whisker Away.
A Whisker Away. Is it about a cat?
Yes, or it's about someone that goes into a world with cats or something. I don't really know. I started it, but then I realized it was a movie, and I was like, oh, I have to watch it properly at some point.
Yeah.
But that one has gotten a lot of praises, and it seems cool, so I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys and gals.
Yeah, hope you didn't miss Olsen too much.
Olsen wasn't here. Well, look forward to next time when Olsen brings all of his anime knowledge to this anime-centric podcast, the Stormcast.
We will only speak about anime from now on. And Olsen can't object because he wasn't here and we made this decision.
made this unanimous decision.
Yes.
See you guys in the next episode.
Yes, thanks for
listening.
Bye.
Well. I'm clapping with one hand. It was Olsen all along. Wow.
Oh, yo, Olsen is gone.
No, I am here. Who is editing this episode? Me. So I know what you said, guys. I know what you said.
Oh wow, the Olsen free episode. Oh yes, it's Olsen's free episode. Woo, party. Olsen's always being so sassy with you today.
I'm not being sassy with him. I'm just being friendly and generous. I'm like, oh, Marta Diddi could make it. Marta's like,
of course couldn't make it.
See, it was Marta. She's using our friendship against us. And I love that you talked about anime. Even though I watch anime too. I have so much to say about it, but hey, I don't judge. I couldn't make it, so you saved it to keep on the rolling. And I don't. And 50th. I don't know how to say 50th episode, yeah. Halfway point, baby, to 100. 100. We're gonna make it there. We are gonna make it, guys. So, I was in the episode at all. As a hidden Easter egg in the end. So, I say goodbye after they said goodbye. Oh, I ended the episode. And see you next time, babies.